All right. Tyson Fury's clout chasing of Deontay Wilder is just getting real ridiculous. Crying about how he can't win a fight on the scorecards with Deontay Wilder and promising to knock him out. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel, subscribers. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, hit that bell icon. Also, thank you to everybody that supports the channel on the Patreon and the Cash App, the Venmo, the Super Chats and the live streams that we do every day, Monday through Friday, around 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, and OG Boxing Talk at 8 a.m. Sunday at Central Standard Time. All right, Tyson Fury, man. I regret every positive word I said about Tyson Fury when Tyson Fury was coming out of going through all that nonsense with UCAD, which honestly makes a lot more sense now that we saw what happened with Dillian White. Man, this dude is just, he comes out, he fights Deontay Wilder last year. He gets a draw that I don't think he deserved. He was handed a moral victory by a whole bunch of people, and that can only assume was scored the first 5 rounds for Tyson Fury because he managed not to get knocked out. He gets knocked down what I think is 3 times, but 2 times against Jack Reese. He gets a draw. He gets it. Then Tyson Fury, after the fight is over, enters into a negotiation with Deontay Wilder for another rematch that he never acted like he wanted. Then in the middle of the negotiation for the rematch, he pulls out of the conversation, he pulls out of the negotiation, signs with Tank Top Rank, goes off to fight Otto Wallin. His next fight is against Otto Wallin. The fight before that was against Tom Schwartz. And dude, but every interview this guy has, it's Deontay Wilder, Deontay Wilder, Deontay Wilder, Deontay Wilder, Deontay Wilder. When Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury had the pay-per-view fight, and it did well. It had over 300,000 pay-per-view buys, which was a success. People were excited about the numbers. Somehow, people who are just haters of Deontay Wilder, because they can't say that they were fans of of Tyson Fury, because if they were fans of Tyson Fury, more than 3,000 or 4,000 people would have showed up to watch him fight Tom Schwartz. But regardless, whole bunch of people trying to give Tyson Fury credit for the numbers because for the fight that Deontay Wilder and him had, because he was carrying the press conference and he was talking a good game and all that nonsense. Well, the nonstop talking about now that he didn't take that fight with Deontay Wilder, everything he talks about is Deontay Wilder. It's like this push for him. They say they're trying to build the fight between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is saying that the fight is going to be February of 2020. Quite honestly, man, the way that Tyson Fury behaved and has been behaving, I don't even care. I really don't care if the dude gets the fight. Tyson Fury is not taking he is not carrying any of the heavy lifting to keep there being interest in the fight between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. From what I can see right now, Deontay Wilder doesn't need Tyson Fury. There's nothing that Tyson Fury has that he can offer him. Not that lineal lie that they try to sell about Tyson Fury. And I've broken that down on my channel many times. Tyson Fury is not the lineal champion. He is the former Ring magazine title holder. That's what he is. Because Vladimir Klitschko wasn't the lineal heavyweight champion. Vladimir Klitschko was a ring champion. But people confuse the term lineal champion with ring champion, and they just move on with calling whoever was the Ring magazine champion the champion. Ruslan Shagayev was neither Ruslan Shagayev nor Vladimir Klitschko were the lineal champions. They were number 1 and number 2 ranked heavyweights according to Ring magazine. So people talk about the lineal championship being this fantasy belt. Like, if people are, a lot of people, when they criticize Tyson Fury, They criticize him and say, hey man, you're running around talking about this lineal title that doesn't exist, right? The lineal title doesn't exist. I am a believer in the concept of a lineal championship, and I think that it's a good thing, but when it gets bastardized by Ring Magazine and people start confusing Dougie Fisher and their editorial board's decision with being being the same thing as having a lineage of championship, the guy who beat the guy or the man that beat the man, that's just nonsense. So if Tyson Fury if I truly believed he was the lineal champion, then I would say, okay, he's the lineal champion. I think there's something legitimate to that, but I don't believe that he is. But more than anything, the guy ducked out of a rematch with Deontay Wilder. And I see this guy getting interviews on ESPN, like talking about how he retelling the story of how he got knocked down by Deontay Wilder and how heroic it is that the guy got up. Since when does the guy that got knocked down and hurt and barely get up get more credit than the guy that knocked him down? You know, hey man, I wish Deontay Wilder would not fight Tyson Fury until Tyson Fury fights somebody of some significance. I don't think that that's fair. It's not fair, not just for Deontay Wilder because he's the guy carrying the heavier load. It's also unfair to other champions. I'm not going to say Dillian D-Ball White, because Dillian D-Ball White, he tested positive for D-Ball. I don't think that dude deserves a shot at a heavyweight title at all. And from what I understand, he's not ranked by anybody but except for maybe the WBO now. So it seems as if those guys might have got away with having that fight over there in the UK, but they didn't get away with keeping their position as being a mandatory for a title shot. And if he's not ranked in those organizations, Dillian White's not going to be fighting for a title for a very long time. But other fighters who might be fighting tougher fights could, like, for example, at least Adam Konecki did fight Chris Arreola. Adam Konecki at this point, I have to look to see who Adam Konecki fought prior to that. But at this point, Tyson Fury is fighting a lower competition level than Gerald Washington is. He's fighting a lower level of competition from what I can see than Ife Agagbe is. Tom Schwartz and Otto Wallen, Sefi Safiri and Francisco Pineda. Other than Deontay Wilder, that's who this guy is fighting. And he's giving a bunch of interviews as if he is like the king of the world. No, man, no. I'm not buying it. I hope Deontay Wilder, really hope that Deontay Wilder is able to fight Andy Ruiz next. First, I feel like Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua are going to work out their rematch. I've got another video coming up about the nonsense that Anthony Joshua said about Andy Lucky Punch Ruiz. Man, what is this dude talking about? How did somebody get lucky and knock you down 4 times? 2 times in 2 separate rounds, but you're lucky? Anyway, and hopefully Andy Ruiz can get past Anthony Joshua again. Or if Anthony Joshua wins the fight, hey man, Anthony Joshua wins the fight, it corrects itself, and then we can get on to having these guys fight for the unified belt. Having Tyson Fury in the mix was maybe, and I was being a little selfish here, but I was okay with it because it gave something else for another fight for the boxing world to look forward to, other than Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, because it became readily apparent a while ago that Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua had no interest in making that fight. So with that being the case, then hey man, Tyson Fury, being the guy that held the belts before Anthony Joshua held them, hey man, I was behind it. Deontay Wilder, I believe, is a super underrated fighter. Definitely an underappreciated heavyweight champion. I wanted a guy to be successful. But at this point, man, it's just getting on my nerves, man. To constantly hear Tyson Fury talk, just selling one storyline after another storyline. The dude just comes off like a complete and utter phony, man. And just to say, I can't get a call in Las Vegas. I have to knock him out. Oh, you ain't trying to knock out Deontay Wilder next time. Stop. You're going to be right back in there doing that corniness, sticking your hands behind your back, sticking your tongue out, shimmy shamming, shaking your love handles like this. Get out of here, man. You're not about to do none of that. You're not about to step to that dude and try to take it to him and knock Deontay Wilder out because you're going to get put in a coma. Anyway, it is what it is. Let me know what you think in the comment section. With that, I'm out. Peace.